heel and toe position is already great. And this is not a resto mod. This is a car built from ground up, because as much as you modify a base 190, you will not be able to make it handle like this. Hello everyone! From 24 hours of Nürburgring. It's very loud because Nürburgring Classic is taking place right now, but I think it's very fitting because we have here HWA EVO. One of the most exciting cars from recent times, definitely for me, especially since I've been following this project quite closely, and also we had very in-depth factory tour and project tour, so if you missed that video, go check it out. But today I will be the very first person to drive first ever lap on the Nürburgring Nordschleife with the prototype car. So massive disclaimer, before we do the walk around, this is the very first prototype. Some elements will come back on the final production car, but some elements are very raw and it's a prototype. So before we're gonna have comments such as like, why should you pay 750,000 euros or something for a car that is this raw with some 3D printed parts? It is a prototype. It's just something that over the years I've driven a couple of prototypes before, and people get, well, ask these kind of questions and it's kind of frustrating. So, having said that, first of all, massive thank you to HWA team for making all of this possible, for making me the first person to drive a full lap of Nürburgring Nordschleife before any industry pool testing and whatsoever. But anyway, what is HWA EVO? Underneath there is a 3-liter V6 that is of course based on Mercedes-Benz, but it is a full in-house developed engine, so nothing of that is stock. Everything has been built by HWA. Here we see also a sticker of HWA EVO prototype number 1, and these guys are also the ones who made the HWA R engine, so they know how to build the engine. Of course all the DTM engines and many AMGs, so that is fantastic. Now, small disclaimer, because this is a prototype, very the first one, actually engine is still in calibration stage and therefore it was actually locked at 5,000 RPM. The final red line is going to be somewhere around 7,000 plus minus, don't quote me on exact numbers, but so we were missing about 2,000 RPM and we're missing about 200 horsepower. This is probably like around 350-ish. The final car will be like 540, more than enough on 1450 kilograms. Having said that, this prototype is full of measuring equipment. We can have a quick look in the trunk because there's a lot of data acquisition happening. So this car is probably over, there we go, here, is probably over 1500 kilos. Lots and lots of measuring equipment, V-Box of course, additional battery for measuring equipment because here we have another one for ESC, ABS, all the calibration, the ECUs, etc. But yeah, what I really loved and appreciated is that although it's a very raw prototype, the chassis development is already quite far in. It is maybe missing all the ESC, ABS and fancy electronics, but most importantly, the way the car handled, that kind of blew me away. The chassis is so balanced. It is such a perfect harmony of 50-50 because the engine is in the front, the gearbox is in the middle, it's a trans-axle gearbox. We have in the back actually alternator and I believe also power steering. There was one component that was relocated to the back. Check out the video of the factory tour of HWA. It is mind-blowing to drive. It is fantastic. A couple of things will be still modified, but the first impression screams, can I please fully send the car on the ring for the final prototype, because it is again not a resto mod, because there is no way you would be able to make a 190 handle the way the car handles already. With all the re-engineering of the whole suspension and the weight transfer and everything, the weight relocation, it is amazing. I cannot wait to see the final project of the car, because this was already fantastic. And to honor roots of racing, of HWA, of their previous racing programs and successes. Right now, this weekend, HWA announced that they will enter this car, well, not this prototype, but an EVO, in 24 hours of Nürburgring for next year in the SPX class, in the prototype class. So it's going to be very exciting. I would love to drive one in the race trim and the racing. Anyway, it's very loud, so now let you guys enjoy the driving. It was a quite spirited demo lap. So once again, thank you HWA for the opportunity, and you guys enjoy this exclusive opportunity, exclusive content of the very first Nürburgring Nordschleife lap. I hope you guys could hear me through the sounds of classic cars, and you have no rights to complain, because when it's electric cars it's too quiet, when it's classic cars it's too loud. I think this is perfect. And also this actually, in terms of noise, was perfect. Enjoy. Well, I'm happy we're skipping the GP track. So, in case you skipped the intro and you're just tuning in, we're driving a prototype. It's not a finished car. We have a 5,000 RPM hard cutoff, and we're just here to feel everything around it. Oh wow. Okay, the first corner is already quite impressive. And the noise. It's very light. Wow. Okay. The way that the car reads the road is really nice. We're hugging the curb slightly. Let's close the window slightly. The car feels so light. I've driven about like a piece of rubber. Yeah. Driven about like 4 kilometers now probably. And the way I would describe it is proper 90s sports car in terms of lightness, but with a modern driver position and the comfort. It feels very, very nice. Like for me, the suspension geometry for now, and the stability and the easiness and the way the car reads the road, the front axle, that's for me, like, I want to feel more.
Around the 0 it's very light, right?
It's super light. Will there be any more fine-tuning in power steering?
Yes, definitely.
Because right now it's even too light, I would say, for like normal driver. It's for me now nice because I can really feel like what every suspension component is doing, but you would want to have a bit of more resistance.
I mean, at the end of the day, yes, there will be more fine-tuning in regards of that point. The thing is that you need to keep in your backhand. I mean, the car needs to be able to do everything.
Of course.
At the track and also the street. Are we arriving Metzger's right now?
Yeah. You have some special crowd.
lens point of view,
It's fantastic.
it doesn't want to kill you.
No, that's the thing.
The car is neutral and slightly understeer.
Like going through here through Beef Puff, it's amazing. Like how the car settles itself. Like I know it's like a safety car demo lap, but it's quite an okay pace from what we're doing, and the car screams for more.
I mean, at the end of the day, you can also let them go a little bit.
Yeah, actually.
What it looks like or what it feels like really on the end.
Heel and toe position is already great. Now comes the boring part.
Not so boring part when it rains, right?
True.
Yeah.
Especially here, the wet line is very special.
Yes, that is true. So let's push those Roland Dash a little bit.
Yeah. But even at low RPMs, it's still quite okay.
Yeah.
2.5, 3.
It is okay-ish, but there again, you need to keep in your back that there is still plenty of work to do on the application side of the engine.
Yeah.
And once again, we are sitting in prototype 1.
Yeah.
Okay, this is out of the box.
Yeah.
Out of the computer.
But that's how you develop a car. I mean, first the basics without all the ESC and ABS needs to work.
Definitely.
Because if you're gonna make the car handling because of the systems, then that's the wrong approach.
Exactly. There comes all the experience of HWA comes into play exactly there.
Yeah.
I mean, it starts with the seating position, then the heel and toe position, then how the turning of the car is without wanting to kill you, and so on and so on. And then we don't talk about the heat soak and etc.
Yeah.
I mean, the car has been
Heel and toe, so nice.
yeah. You can go down.
Is there no photographer? No.
Have a look at that view.
Yeah,
I mean, the car is extremely wide,
it's so good.
but it's good.
good, very modular. It's firm but soft, exactly as I like it. Because we're not pushing it to ABS.
Yeah.
But it's very responsive, but you can do so much more with it.
Yeah.
Going T13. Okay.
Exactly.
Or maybe here. Amazing. Really,
Like
really
it?
cool. Yeah. Like the feeling of the car, that was the best thing.
Yeah. I mean, it has. I don't know if you drove a 190 before, like this stock car. But I mean, yes, for its time, it was a decent car. Everything was good.
Today it's a very boat.
Yeah, that's one thing. But on the other side, I mean, you need to keep in your back head, you will have 500 plus horsepower in there.
Yeah.
And the car needs to keep up with it.
Yeah.
You know, and what are you competing against?
Yes.
You are competing against Singer. You are competing against really like top-notch cars, even though modern cars like a GT3, GT3 RS,
yes,
stuff like that.
Exactly.
And the drivability needs to be there.
Yes.
You know, and this is the reason why the car, like basically from the bottom to the top, is completely re-engineered.
Amazing. I'm super happy.
But thank you very much.
No, I hope it was not too bad for you on the passenger seat.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I'm still living. You know, I'm still living. I still have all my fluids in my body, so
yeah. We didn't do anything crazy.
Yeah, exactly. That's the point. And
Although I wanted to.
Exactly.
The car invites you to.
Yeah.
Not in terms of doing reckless.
Yeah.
But it felt so much below the limit.
Yeah, but the thing is that now imagine
the chassis development. Sorry for interrupting. Chassis development team done a very good job. Like really, this is really, really good. It feels so light, so communicative, and amazing. Like really, you want to go faster because when car invites you to go faster because it feels secure and communicative, that's a very good job.
Yeah.
And I'm really impressed.
Doesn't do crazy stuff, and then there again next time.
And it's not,
when you get to drive it, and also, I mean, we can also play with it.
Yeah.
We can go sideways, and then smoke going out of the wheel arches and stuff like this. I mean, this also a car like this has to be able to do that.
And this is not a resto mod. This is a car built from ground up because you will not be able to, as much as you modify a base 190, you will not be able to make it handle like this. Exactly. It's not a base 190, it's a brand new car. You can definitely feel it. Insane.